I don't want to put my jingle jangles out for everybody.
Well, I don't want you to either. Those are my jingle jangles.
Welcome, everybody, to the Bob and Katie Show.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Bob.
So, how was your outing today with your non-black shirt?
The Ninja Turtle shirt. So I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. So,
yeah, that's what shirt you wore today.
Okay, so this is how it works. I went to get ready, and like every time here recently that I go to get ready, I'm like, let me see what else I have, because I have a lot of clothes.
Yeah, we talked last time about you playing dress up in the closet.
Right, and I've been doing that a lot lately because I have lost a lot of weight, and I'm not comfortable yet, but I'm more adventurous. Like in my mind, I'm like, it's gonna be soon. It's gonna happen soon. I'm gonna break out. You know, it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna wear this shade of dark gray.
I know. So
this charcoal or this heather.
It was gray. The shirt I picked today was gray.
Like it was dark gray.
Now,
like it was like a dark charcoal gray.
I was in Walmart. It must have been, I don't know, 2 years ago. And I saw this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt. And it was on clearance for $3. And I was like, I gotta buy it. It doesn't fit me right now, but it might one day. And I bought it for $3. I mean, like, it wasn't a big gamble. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know, if I lose 20 pounds, I might can wear this $3 shirt. Well, I mean, I've lost 43 pounds. So I'm like, I can wear this shirt now. And I put it on and I was uncomfortable, you know, but I was like,
because it wasn't black.
Yeah.
But it fit.
It did fit.
It fit really well.
It fit. And but still, because it wasn't black.
So you were mentally uncomfortable.
Right. I was mentally uncomfortable. It wasn't like I was like uncomfortable like I was on a roller coaster and she clicked it 3 times and I was like, I can't breathe. It wasn't like that. It was just mentally uncomfortable. Yeah. Like when I looked in the mirror, I was like, it fits.
So much
color.
But
I could see more curves than I would like to see, you know, and the black kind of hides that a little bit. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I should be proud, right? I should be proud at what I've done. I should be adventurous is a strong word. To like change the color of shirt you're wearing, but that's what it feels like to me. I felt like I was being adventurous. Like I was like, I'm going to do something
to move up
different.
like one shade.
So I did. And then I was like, you know what? I was having trouble with it. And I was like, I'm going to post something on Facebook. And the reason that I posted something was not really to brag, but it was to make me go like, well, I posted it. Now I got to do it. I posted that picture before I even put the shirt on. Like, if you look at the picture...
So it's like an accountability thing.
Right, yeah.
If you post it on Facebook, it's Facebook official.
That's right.
You have to follow through
Yes.
and not go wad up the shirt and throw it on the floor in the closet.
And wait to get yelled at.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Okay.
So
I feel you.
I took the picture and I put it on Facebook, and I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was something to the effect of, I'm going to wear this today, this non-black shirt. And quite a few people said things and people liked it. And then I was like, oh, Jesus, I got to wear it now. So I put it on and I was pumped up. I was good to go, right? I was like, I'm going to do it. And then you happened. So you walked into the small child's bedroom, Reese, and you were going to try to put him down for a nap. And I walked in there to say goodbye. And do you remember what you said to me?
I told you look cute.
You can't do things like that.
Why? I can't tell you look cute.
Because I don't need you to change things. I don't need that.
Well, that's sad.
We just talked about this on like 2 episodes ago.
Are you saying like, do I compliment you that infrequently that whenever I told you it was cute, it was so out of the normal that you're like, I can't deal?
Yes, you do. Everybody does, though. It's not just you. Okay, we just had an episode 1 or 2 episodes ago where I told you I wore a different color shirt to work, and somebody was like, hey, that shirt looks different. And it screwed my head up. When you looked at me...
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're telling me that I never, like, compliment you normally. No,
you don't.
Well, I'm really sorry. That's sad.
No, it's not. It's perfect for my mentality. Like, that's what I need. I need people to...
So you need me to not tell you when you look nice.
Yeah, I just need
No, that's not true, because I do tell you look nice sometimes, because you wear, like, nice clothes to work.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes
I wear nice black polos to
like
work.
You'll come home sometimes and like, you look really nice today.
Yeah.
I do tell you look nice.
You know, but that's okay. Like,
Because sometimes I tell you,
Now,
I threaten to not let you go out in public
right.
like
See,
that.
this is
'cause
also
you
another
look too
thing. Like
nice.
sometimes I go, you know what? I'll wear a button-up shirt today. Like I have a black button-up shirt. It's like I'll wear that to work today. But like you don't get up before I do. So if I wear that to work and then I come home, you could possibly go, oh, you look nice today. But it doesn't matter because I'm getting ready to go upstairs and take those clothes off. In this case, you said, you look cute right before I went out. Now, to normal people, that would be like, oh, I look cute. But to me, that was like, I look different, right? Because she only says that if I look different. I look different.
Yeah, you did.
And I panicked.
Did you take it off in the
I
bar?
didn't take it off. I wore it. But I didn't enjoy it the whole time. It threw me off the whole time. I worried about it from the time I left to the time I got to the store. Just the whole time. I don't like it. I don't like wearing different things. I like wearing the same thing. That's what I do. I wear the same type of thing all the time. I find something I like, and that's it.
No, I get it. I'm not to the extreme that you are by any means, and I do wear other colors, but black is my favorite.
Yeah.
And I own predominantly black clothing. Black is my favorite to wear. Mm-hmm. So I understand where you're coming from.
Right. But you wear different stuff.
But I do.
Yeah.
I do. And I know you call my leggings clown pants because some of them are pretty colorful.
Yeah. And you know what I'm really struggling with right now? And I'm just like, I haven't told, like nobody outside of our family knows this. My older brother, Wayne, which I don't know if we ever told this story, but Wayne, I didn't know about him until I was 16.
I'm pretty sure we've told that story before.
He's getting married. I'm super happy for him. He's found a woman that can deal with his craziness. And that's what the McKnight's bloodline need. We need women that can go, you know what? I like him and I'll deal with it. That's what and he's found that. He's found a super amazing woman who can deal with him. He's a great guy. But that being said, he wants to get married and he wants me in the wedding, but he wants me to wear a kilt. I wear black shirts and khakis and or jeans.
We've discussed that, and they have to be relaxed fit,
Yes.
but they have to be like specific. Like they have to be real relaxed.
And this dude
No,
wants,
they have to be loose fit.
Right, loose
no,
fit.
that's right, because relaxed fit is not loose enough.
No, it's got to be loose.
So picky. You're so picky about your pants. And you know, this whole time, ever since this subject came up about you guys wearing kilts, like you've seemed pretty chill about it. And everybody keeps asking me like, oh, how's Bob feel about it? How's Bob feel about it? And I'm like, well, you haven't really said much, but I feel like on the inside, you're like,
I'm angry.
oh my God.
Yeah,
I cannot believe.
I don't want to do it. Let me.
Like
okay.
I even made a joke. I was like, I'm going to see my husband in a skirt for the first time.
Don't say stuff like that.
It's
gotta
the
wait.
truth.
You have to wait until after it happens because I'm going to back out. Like he's going to be up there.
If I tell you look cute, it's going to just throw your whole
Yeah,
thing.
you do not
Like,
say
oh,
that I
that's a
look
lot
cute.
of legs I see there.
If we go to this wedding and it's like 30 minutes before.
You're going to be showing more legs than I am because my
if it's-
dress goes all the way to my ankles.
You need to stop playing. You need to stop playing. Because if we go to this wedding and you look at me and go, you look cute, and it's 30 minutes for that wedding, this dude ain't going to have nobody in his wedding party because I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. What do I wear under a kilt?
I have no idea.
Do I wear, like, what do I wear? I don't know.
Like, are you asking if you're supposed to wear underpants?
I guess. I'm sure you do. Like, normally I wear boxers, right? But I feel like in this situation, I need to wear something that's a little more snug. Because I don't need things just flopping around underneath the skirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like,
This is weird.
because like the kilt goes down. So you got me messed up.
It's essentially,
essentially
that's what it is.
right.
I mean, come on. If it was on a woman, it would be a skirt.
Yeah. If it was on you, it would be sexy. If it was on me, it's like, ooh, that's the difference. I normally wear boxers. And I think in this instance, I can't do that.
You think you need to invest in some tidy whities?
I think I need to get
Like for
tidy
that day?
whities and boxers. I think I need to wear 2 different types of underwear.
So you're like double layered up
Yeah.
just to be on the safe
Because
side.
I don't want people to see me in tidy whities, but I don't want people to see me in boxers and then some stuff hang out.
So you want the security of tidy whities
Right.
with the look of
comfortability
boxers.
of boxers. I
Okay.
think that's what I'm going to have to do.
Well, what about boxer briefs? That's like a mixture.
Nah, that's still too tight. People can see things. I don't want people to see things. That's why I wear black shirts. Like, you're taking
Well,
somebody...
you're not going to be flashing people.
You don't know that. I mean, like, I might have to bend over.
How short do you think it's going to be?
What if I walk over one of them things that Marilyn Monroe walked over?
The vent thing?
And then I'm like putting my hands down between my legs, trying for my jingles not to hang out.
Gosh.
Like, I don't want to put my jingle jangles out for everybody.
Well, I don't want you to either.
And like,
Those are my jingle jangles.
I'm going to be super uncomfortable. But he is my brother, and I'm going to do what I can to make his wedding day great.
That's what weddings are all about.
That's
is
right.
Everybody is uncomfortable together.
Yeah. Like, I
can say that. I've been in...
That's how weddings are.
I've been in a lot of weddings.
We've done this to people. It's happened to us. This is what a wedding essentially is. You've got two people, okay? Just two that are like, this is the best day of my life. Everybody else hates it.
No, I wouldn't say that. Not by a long shot.
I mean, sure, you shouldn't say that at all.
But I'm not saying that I've ever been in a wedding that I was particularly like, oh my gosh, I'm so comfortable right now. I mean, I've had like bridesmaid dresses that I really liked.
Yeah.
And was, fairly comfortable in.
Right.
But I mean, still, like, the shoes, pantyhose, undergarments, all of it. It's,
I've never been to a wedding that I was like, oh, wow, that went well. That was really comfortable. Never. It's never happened.
So my brother's wedding probably tops the list
of
most uncomfortable wedding that I've been in the fact that he got married in July. And it's
confusing because I love your brother. Like, hands down, I love your brother, right? And like, I'm happy for him.
He's probably going to listen to this, him and his wife.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, I mean, like, no.
Oh, were you going to change what you were going to say? Like, oh, I better not let him hear this. You were like, oh.
No, I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to change it. This is what I'm saying. I love your brother.
It was a beautiful, happy day.
He's got a huge heart. I was happy to see him happy.
Oh, yeah. I bawled my eyes out the entire ceremony. I just crying. Just like ugly crying.
But regardless, anywhere I have to wear a jacket in the middle of summer is not okay.
It was like literally... I want to say, was it 103 degrees? And we live in North Carolina where you say 103 and like it's real hot. But in North Carolina, we have this humidity that's like the equivalent of just wearing a wet blanket.
It's like that monster from Star Wars when like Luke Skywalker goes out into the frozen area, right? And then, like, he passes out, hits the ground. Han Solo comes out to save him, and they get the big monster, and I can't remember the name of what it's called, but he cuts it open.
Yeah.
And shoves him inside. That's what it's like living in North Carolina. It's like living inside of that nasty, hot, humid beast.
Like, it's hot, but it's so moist. It's so moist.
Don't use that word.
Well, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And moist.
Say it again one more time.
Moist.
We're going to say it on 3 together. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Moist.
Do it one more time for good fun.
Moist.
There's so many people out there that get really uncomfortable with that word.
It's an uncomfortable word. But anyway, the day of my brother's wedding, it's like 103 degrees. And then you're dressed up in fancy, nice clothes.
Right.
The guys, wearing full tuxes. Luckily the girls, we were in dresses and the tops was kind of like a halter style and they were like kneeling.
Yours was real cute. I liked it.
So, I mean, not nearly as hot as what the guys are wearing, but still like there's pantyhose and just, and then we take a limo. The girls, we took a limo from where we were getting ready, which was near the church. So it wasn't that far of a drive. We took a limo from the place where we were getting ready to the church. Mm-hmm. Well, it just so happens that the air condition in this limo broke.
And this is where the wedding explodes when it comes to uncomfortability.
So you pile like 10 people. I don't remember exactly how many. It's quite a lot in the back of a limo, and it's 103 degrees and no AC.
Yeah. And I was unhealthy at this point.
Is hot. And yeah,
I was easily 300 pounds.
During that time, that was definitely like the heaviest I've been. Also.
Between the two of us,
you add that.
Yeah, between the two of us, 500 pounds worth of people.
So then after the wedding, all the bridal party. So then now you're doubling the amount of people because not only do we have the girls now, we also have all of the guys.
Right.
We pile into a different limo because the limo company switched cars since the AC and the other one was broken. They switched cars during the ceremony. Mm-hmm. Well, the air conditioner was broken in the second car
That's
too.
Right.
And so you double the people. Now there's like, probably close to 20 people, 15 people, something like that.
Your memory's better than mine, but wasn't she like a smart ass about it? The person driving?
I can't remember.
Because I think we said something and she was real smart assy about it. And because I think
everybody was kind of ill because it was just ungodly hot.
You take people and you heat them up.
People get angry.
And people start talking like they normally wouldn't talk. See, when you're comfortable, you're cool, and then like something weird happens, a lot of times you just tuck that down inside. But in this situation, it's
when
like
you're hot and
you miserable, and somebody gets smart assy, you go, "Hey, bitch!" Like I think somebody said that. Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure somebody dropped that word.
Oh, not that I remember. Anyway,
I might have been thinking it real hard.
Thank God, like we didn't have far to go.
Yeah.
Because like by the time we all pile out,
can I stop you for a second? Say that again.
What? We didn't have far to go?
You put those words together like it's one. Say it again. That's fun for me.
What?
Far to go.
We didn't have far to go.
We didn't have far to go. It sounds like a disease. Like we were okay. We didn't have far to go. So we were okay. Like that's one step ago. We didn't have syphilis. We didn't have syphilis or far to go.
We were checked all before we got in the limo.
They was like, "Do you have far to go?" He's like, "No, we're negative for far to go."
So we pile out of this limo, which should have been like this really cool experience,
right?
And we were all like, "Oh my God, just get me out of here!" It was so hot.
This would have been so much worse if we had far to go. But we didn't have far to go.
Like,
I can't breathe.
Like, you're talking like a hot vehicle. Like, people leave their children in this situation and they die.
People leave their children in a situation and the children die and the parents go to jail.
People leave their pets and they die and they get in trouble for animal cruelty.
Yeah.
Like, we were essentially tortured for just a very short period of time.
And the person in the front seat being all smart assy, and you don't think somebody dropped the B word, you out your mind.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
Probably, maybe not to her face.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I thought.
Other than the heat, it was a beautiful day. It was a wonderful wedding. Happy to be a part of it. But definitely, like, that's what I took away from that day is, holy crap, it was hot.
You know what I can't say? You know what I can say about this? Jennifer looked beautiful that day.
She did. She was a beautiful bride.
Yeah. I think it's because she didn't have far to go, though. Sorry. Okay.
You're horrible.
I am. Where are we going with this conversation?
I don't know. We've been talking about the North Carolina heat for like a long time.
I have no idea what even, like at this point, I don't even know what started us on this.
I don't remember.
So there you go. I don't like to be hot. I don't like, this is.
Oh, we were talking about weddings. Your brother getting married.
Yeah, he's trying to make me wear a kilt.
At least if you're stuck in a hot limo, you know, maybe you'll be a little more comfortable.
Yeah. I think this is how it's going to work. We're going to get we're going to get a kilt. We're going to get a limo most likely. And when we sit down, I'm going to look at him dead in his eyes and I'm going to go, "Wayne, I love you, brother. Do we have far to go?"
What are you talking about? Well, I'm excited because we're all in the wedding.
Yes.
All like I mean, I'm talking about like the 5 of us, our family,
our whole
family
entire
unit.
family. Yeah.
We're all in the wedding, and the dress that I get to wear, the bridesmaid dress I get to wear, it is gorgeous.
I haven't seen it yet.
I just ordered it last week, so I can't wait to like pick it up and wear. Like I'm excited to wear this dress.
Can I tell you what I'm upset about?
What are you upset about?
I just knew in my heart we were going to talk about me wearing that Ninja Turtle shirt to Walmart. So trying to be proactive, productive to the podcast, I already did the artwork and I named the episode the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt. And
why would you do that?
We can't use it now because I feel strongly that the title of the show needs to be Fartogo. So I don't. How do you even do that? Okay. So in my mind, I was like, oh, well, the episode is going to be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt. So I got the logo.
Like,
right?
why would you even? You should know better.
I've done that with a lot of episodes. You don't know me. You don't know what I do. You know
it's better whenever I pick the title.
This is how our show always works. I do everything. You sit there and just talk, and people love you.
I make the magic, baby.
There has been. This is our 118th episode, and like we've also got like 16 or 17 Patreon episodes. Speaking of, patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show. If you want to support the show, which you should because life is hard, go to patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show and you'll get access to a bunch of different bonus podcasts. You'll get videos, the winking video, which is absolutely worth whatever it is that you pledge, worth it. We're going to do the fitted sheets thing really soon. Okay. Patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show. What were we talking about?
I sit here and make the magic happen.
Okay, so you make the magic happen. I have done this.
I'm the life of the party.
So many times that I kind of knew one of the main topics we would talk about. So I'd make the artwork preemptively so that when I edit the podcast, I can just put it out. And now that's not the case. I've made the artwork and we're definitely changing the episode to Fartogo. All right, look, for real. What do I do for Fartogo? Because like with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, this is what I did. I was like, oh, I'll just use the logo. Because in my mind, I'm always like, what will people click on? Because that's what we need, right? We need people to click on the link. So I'm like, if I put the logo of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, which is illegal, you can't really do that.
Oh God! Oh my God! I thought that game was good. No. Something was just coming out towards this like corner of my eye. It was like somebody reached out.
Nobody listening can see what happened. We have a baby gate that stops the kids from getting to the studio. And it's one of those flexi gates that like
an accordion gate. Yeah.
So when we record, I put it back and I duct tape it. And apparently it just popped free and started moving across the floor. And I thought you were going to fall out that chair.
Because I just thought it's like something reached out.
Right. Once again, what were we talking about? Fartogo, yeah. So help me with this real quick. If I'm going to change the title, if I'm changing the title to Fartogo, what do I use for the artwork? Because what I did for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle title was I just got the logo as a PNG file, which is just like a blank, no background thing.
Transparent.
What do I do for Fartogo? Can you help me figure this out? Like, do I just do the same thing, a black background with Fartogo and just hope people go, that's weird, let me click on it? Because people have made themselves on the internet, they've made themselves go, if that seems weird, I'm not touching it. And if we put something out there that just says Fartogo, because I'm not going to spell it FAR space TO space GO. I'm going to spell it like you said it, Fartogo. FARTAGO. Fartogo. What artwork do we use? Don't roll your eyes and look at the ceiling. Be productive right now. Tell me what to do.
I don't know.
We're just going to go with the black background? Just like a weird font. Should I put hearts on it or something?
No.
Wedding bells? What do you think?
Doesn't make sense.
I know nothing makes sense because it's not a real word.
Well, I don't think we should talk about it right now. I feel like we're wasting people's time.
We're always wasting people's time.
Because by the time anybody else listens to this, it'll already be decided.
You're right.
So, like, it's redundant.
Okay. Should we move on then?
Yeah.
Okay, patreon.com / The Bob and Katie Show. What'd you say?
You just did that.
I know, I was ending that segment. I was being amazing.
Yeah, okay.
So how about let's move to social media for just a moment because we love it so much. I put a post up basically going, hey, we're going to record tonight. What would you like to ask us or what topics would you like to hear about? Now, Sherry, who is my loving sister, had a very broad topic. Mother's Day, because that's what it is. It is Mother's Day.
It's officially Mother's Day.
It is. It's now. Like 12. Oh my God, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. We need to go to bed.
I had like no sleep last night because I am a mother.
Right. Well, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. This is my first official Mother's Day as a mother of 3. Mm-hmm. I was actually pregnant with Reese last Mother's Day, so I feel like that doesn't count. I mean, obviously, you know you're a mother, but I feel like I didn't count my first official Mother's Day until like the kids were born.
You could hold them and be mad at them. Yeah, I get it.
Be mad at them?
Sure,
not
that
when
happens.
They're babies. That doesn't happen until a few years later.
Okay, sure. Winky face, I get it.
Are you saying you get mad at the baby? He's a baby. What's wrong with you?
Well, you're also the same person that'll put a soggy Cheerio in your mouth. So we
yeah,
think
I'm a
different.
mom. That's why you celebrate me today. Honor me, you jerk. I'm the mother of your children. Have some respect.
I have respect for you.
I know.
It's very little, but I have it.
What?
I'm joking. Please don't make me sleep outside. It's hot out there. It's getting summertime. It's North Carolina.
You know what? I hope there's people listening that just got so mad at you. Be like, that Bob, he's an a-hole.
People get mad at me all the time. Do you think I care about it?
There's probably people out there who be like, that Kate, she needs to leave him. He's such a jerk.
Speaking of people getting mad at me, when I went to Walmart today in my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt, okay, we get all this stuff, right? I have a lot of stuff. I got picture frames that we're getting for your mom for Mother's Day. I can say that because by the time this comes out, she'll have them, so it's okay. I think I got your mom 8 picture frames or something like that. You know, they were just small stuff. Anyways, I got them. I got food.
You were like, why are you buying your mom so many picture frames?
That's what she wanted. We got stuff for lunch. We got dinner. We got all kinds of things, right? I go to leave, and normally I do self-checkout, but I had so much stuff that I was like, it'd probably be easier just to go through our regular register.
Not me, since Walmart got them new self-checkouts that have the
rolly thing?
The conveyor belt, I use them things every time.
Well, I went to Southport, not Charlotte, and they don't have it yet.
Oh, they don't have those?
No. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do self-checkout because it seems like it would be too aggravating because the self-checkout, I had so much, I'm faster than the normal cashiers at Walmart. There's no doubt about it. But the space was so small that I was like, it'd be easier just to go to a regular checkout. Well, I go past 3 or 4 of them, and they're all 20 items or less. And then finally I'm like, well, I'm just going to go because I need to check out. There's nobody behind me. I'm pulling stuff out. I'm checking out. And then this lady walks behind me. She comes up, and she's standing there for a minute. And then I hear her go, I guess he couldn't read 20 items or less. And turns around and walks away.
Them's fighting words in Bob universe.
This woman has no idea who I am.
She don't know me. She don't know my life.
So I walked away.
From our child?
Yes.
You left the 3-year-old child.
5 feet, it wasn't far. I just walked out of the line so that I could see her stupid white butt walking away. And I go, hey! And she turns around and I go, apparently, nobody told you how not to be a rude ass in public. And she looked at me like I stepped on a cat.
How does one look at someone when you step on a cat?
What, that stupid
are you intentionally stepping on the cat?
Piece of trash.
Or was this an accidental step on the cat?
No.
Because I feel like those would warrant different looks.
I took a kitten and put its mouth on a curb and stomped on its head. That's how she looked at me. You know what? Did I break the rules? Sure. I broke the rules. I get it. But you know what else I said to her? After I said that, I was like, why don't you tell me which lane I should use? Because they were all 20 items or less.
Did she have a response?
No, because she got scared. because there was a crazy man covered in tattoos with a big beard yelling. She was 30 yards away by the time I was yelling at her. I was yelling really loud. Like, people probably like, oh my God, he's good.
And did our child witness this?
Oh, yeah.
What are you teaching our children?
I wasn't thinking. This is your fault.
Why is it my fault? I wasn't even there.
You okayed it.
I did not. What did I okay?
You know how I am.
The fact that you can't behave yourself in public. I did not okay that.
You know, that's not the first time something like that's happened. When I say it's your fault, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, we have 3 kids, right?
Yes.
So people are not ignorant. People know that you and I have had sex, right?
Yes.
This is, all right. I'm not going to say that you are probably one of the smartest people I have ever met in my life. So when I say this, I don't want you to be like, oh, I'm not calling you dumb or anything like that. Sometimes I notice things that make me go, maybe she doesn't make the right decision all the time. Okay? You letting me take our child to Walmart by myself might not have been the best decision because you know how I am. And
you are the father. I should be able to trust you with. You didn't even take all the children. You just took one.
I know.
You were only responsible for 1/3 of our offspring.
I get it, but you should know that if somebody says something out of the way to me, then I'm going to respond because I can't hold it together. Now, this is when I knew. I knew that sometimes you don't make the best decisions, that maybe like love conquers like your critical thinking, your natural thinking, because we were together one night. All right. We were doing what married people do. Right. And this was back in the other apartment, and
sitting on the couch watching ice cream.
That's not what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the nasty. I'm talking about the nasty. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, we sit on the couch and eat ice cream and watch Netflix way more than we do that.
Right. Anyways, I'm talking about the time we weren't watching Netflix, when we weren't Netflix and chilling. Okay, we were in the bedroom.
Is that like what that means?
I think so. Yeah, I think that means sex. I'm not sure. I'm not
Does
that
it?
young.
Oh, I thought it was literal. I thought it meant like literally.
No, I think for us, Netflix and chill is a completely different thing than what young people do.
I love Netflix and chill.
Whoa! Don't say that out loud. So we were in the bedroom.
I can't keep up with.
Let me tell this story. I'm trying to make a point here. We were in the bedroom. We were doing our thing, right? Now, your dresser has that you grew up with and you brought it with us, has that big mirror on it.
Well, not anymore because you lost the screws when we moved.
Well, it was turned towards us one time while we were doing the nasty thing that adults do. Now, some people, when they're in relations, sexual things, might see a mirror and go, oh, that's kind of hot. But when I looked in the mirror, I couldn't even see you. I just saw me. And my first thought was, what is wrong with her? Like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my God.
That's what you were thinking.
God, I look like a big trash bag full of Jell-O.
Oh my God.
It was disgusting.
Stop.
And then I started going further. I was like, on payday, I give you all the bank account information and I'll let you take care of everything. Obviously, you're not making the best decisions all the time because, I mean, like, this big trash bag full of Jell-O is on top of you right now. Like, that's all. That's all that I could think about. I was like, oh my God, I leave her in charge of our children and our finances. So, I mean, like,
you're not going to put all this on me.
I think love, like, it blinds us sometimes. You should know not to let me go unsupervised out in public with our children. Because
Riley, he'll call you out fast, man.
He will.
I'm pretty surprised that he did say, Daddy, that's not nice.
Well, I think what saved me in this experience is that we were in the aisle and there was candy everywhere.
He was distracted.
He's like, Daddy, there's candy. And I was like, we're not getting any candy. But Daddy, there's candy right there. I literally had a box of Great Value brand gummies in the cart. There were 50 packs of gummies in that box. And he's like, but there's candy right there. And I was like, yeah, there's candy in the basket. Hang on. I got to go yell at the stranger real quick. I'll be right back. So yeah, I'm going to go with that was your fault.
Yeah, I don't think so. You're not putting this off on me.
I will leave it up to the people to decide. That's what this is about.
Riley told me the other day that I wasn't being nice because I told Reagan not to refer to Riley as a dog 24/7.
Yeah, because they play.
Because
oh my god, this is crazy.
They play this game, and it started out they would play every so often where Riley would pretend to be her dog. Poor kids. And we don't have a pet. Like, we don't even have, like, a goldfish. We have no pets. So
we're smart enough now as parents to know if that was to happen again, we'd be like, don't play this game. But being first-time parents with twins, we've never... There's a lot of stuff even today. We've been parents for 4 years. Even today, we're like, oh, this is new. But yeah, this is one of them. Pretending that... One child pretending the other child is a dog. And the child that is pretending to be a dog is pretending to be a dog. And the other child is like, let's keep doing it.
Well, it's gotten to the point where Reagan refers to him as dog.
Yep.
Like, all the time.
She says it constantly.
And she commands him as if he was a dog. Come here, dog. Come here. Come over here, dog. Eat this, dog. And the other day she had peanut butter and jelly sandwich and she was pulling off little bits of crust and throwing them on the floor going, come here, dog. And Riley gets down on all fours and proceeds to eat it. And I was like, no, that is not okay.
So
I was telling Reagan, let's not call Riley a dog all the time. I was like, you can pretend and play dog every once in a while. I said, but you can't call Riley a dog all the time. And Riley turned around and I mean, like, in my face and said, Mommy, that's not nice. And I was like, dude.
I'm trying to help you out, mate.
And so I had to explain to him what was going on because he thought Reagan got upset because she thought I was, like, fussing at her. Well, I wasn't fussing at her. No, I was just like, yeah, it's not okay to do all the time.
The messed up part about this is that as Reagan's quote-unquote dog, he listens so much better than when I treat him as my son.
Yes, that
when
is
I'm like,
very true.
Hey, dude, come here for a minute so we can talk. He just walks away. But if she's like, come here, dog, he gets on his hands and knees and comes to her.
It's like, it's twin powers.
Insane.
They truly have, like, the twin power thing. It's weird. It's a weird thing to witness sometimes.
So the next thing we saw on Facebook was Casey. She said, how badly did Katie kick your ass for the diaper comments?
Lucky for Bob, I was not home.
For anybody that doesn't follow me personally on Facebook, what happened was Katie wanted to go to Target today. She said this to me. She was like, for Mother's Day, I would just like to go to Target. And people might go, oh, well, that's kind of a weird thing to say. But, she doesn't ever get out of the house.
No, it wasn't like, I was like, basically, I want to leave and not take any of y'all with me
now,
for a little while.
The comment that we're talking about is you're getting ready to leave. And then you go, oh, you have to order some wipes from Amazon because we're almost out. And you opened up the box and there's 2 baby wipes in it. And I'm doing the math. I'm like, okay, 3 kids, 2 baby wipes. This isn't going to work. So anyways, I thought it was funny. I could handle it. I'm sure I could handle it. But I put a face.
Well, we got plenty of paper towels, toilet paper. You can make it work.
I put a post on Facebook and I just said, oh, Katie's trying to leave me with 3 kids and 2 baby wipes.
You started it.
Right. I did start it. I get it. And then you responded and said something to the point of...
You changed more diapers, you realized, when we were running low.
And then it was personal. Then I was like, oh, she's taking jabs.
Yeah, because once again, you put it all on me.
And then I was like, well, you know what? If I was here more, if I stayed home and changed diapers more, then we wouldn't have money. Because I go to work.
No, I didn't say you need to stay home and change diapers more. I wasn't like, oh, you need to stay home 24/7 and do nothing but change diapers. I mean, when you're here, you were off today. How many diapers did you change?
All of them.
Up until, no. All of them. No.
Did you change one diaper today?
Yes, I did. I changed the nasty poopy diaper this morning.
Whose diaper?
Reese's.
Really?
The other 2 don't wear diapers during the day. They wear pull-ups at night and they take them off in the morning by themselves.
No, because I changed Reese's poop diaper today after you left and we only had 2 baby wipes.
I changed his poop. He was in his pajamas this morning and you picked him up and said, oh, he definitely needs to be changed because he smells.
I remember that. You changed him?
Yes, I changed him.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It's not like I didn't do anything.
I didn't say you don't do anything.
I got up 2 hours before you did.
Oh my God. I was
cleaned
up 2 hours in the middle of the night with a child on my boob. So, I mean,
I was up with you.
No.
No, granted, it's not your fault. I sleep really light, but I was up too. I was probably dozing in and out a lot more than you, but I was up.
I can keep going
now,
like all night.
At 6 o'clock this morning, I guess he had finally gone to sleep, and that's when you like shook me out of my dozing in and out stage, and you were like, "Can you go lay him down?"
Because he was on.
I get it. I'm not saying that I'm wrong. You're right.
Like you.
I'm not saying that I'm right. You're wrong. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying that
you're going to make me seem like a mean person.
No, I'm not trying to make you seem like that. I'm just saying that I got up, I took him and laid him down, and then you know me, I have issues.
I had to pee.
Okay, but I couldn't go back to sleep.
Well, that is your own fault.
Now, this morning, we took all the stuff out of our kids' room last night.
Out of Reagan Riley's room.
Because we wanted to what is the thing called?
Shampoo the carpet.
Yeah, shampoo the carpet. Now we put their beds back in there, but not all their toys. Now in the walkway up here, we had buckets of toys or toy boxes. We had everything. And I got up this morning and I cleaned it all up.
I appreciate that.
And I was doing that when
I shampooed the carpets.
The baby's diapers. So no, my point is that I wasn't just like sitting there going, you should change those diapers. I was being productive. And when I was done with that, I changed diapers today. I did. It was funny. That's all. That's the whole point. So what I was going to say to Casey was there wasn't a quote unquote ass kicking. This is probably the worst that it's been. Yeah,
Casey, I'm waiting for him to go to sleep tonight.
Yeah, she knows I was joking with her. I was just trying to be funny. That's what I do.
He thinks he's funny.
I try to be funny all the time. Whether people think I am or not, it doesn't matter. I continue to try to be funny. So that's where it is. Now, we do have another post on Facebook, which I thought was... Were you asleep just now?
No, I was waiting for you to finish talking.
You were like, you had your eyes closed and you were swinging back and forth. Are you going to have this podcast with me, or we're almost done? I was listening. We're almost done.
Do you know how often I talk to you? Not even talking about the podcast. I'm talking life in general. How often I'm talking to you and you are not only not looking at me, but you're doing other things. Like you'll be watching TV, playing on your phone. Just look any other thing, and you're gonna fuss at me because I lean my head back.
No, look, you leaned your head. Okay, can I say one thing first?
No.
Yes, I can, because it's my podcast.
What? No, it's ours.
It's our podcast. It's a podcast. I'm gonna talk.
What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine.
Before we continue with this, I just want to say thanks to Robert for the chairs we have.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Robert. These chairs are awesome.
They're amazing. For the last year, we've been podcasting.
According to Riley, we no longer have the cold chairs. Yeah. He calls them the cold chairs.
For the past year, we've been recording on metal folding chairs, and now we have that's that popping you hear every now and then because I haven't tightened them, but they're legit like desk chairs. They're comfortable and they move around. Now, getting back to it, you just laid your head back and closed your eyes.
Because these chairs are so comfortable.
You were just swaying back and forth, and the air is nice and stuff. And I'm like talking to you, and your eyes are closed. What I was saying was we had one more post, but it's probably, as far as topics go...
That's a different bottle than you had earlier.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm drunk. Let me finish. As far as topics go, this is probably... Why are you crossing your eyes? I'm trying to do I'm trying to be professional right now.
I don't know what your problem is.
A while ago, you're crossing. You had your eyes closed. You were swaying back and forth in the wind. Now you're crossing your eyes.
Can't close my eyes. Can't cross my eyes. Why are you
You can't look at me.
Why are you trying to be the boss of my eyeball?
You weren't even looking at me. You was looking at the end of your nose. You just staring at me with your eyes looking at the end of your nose. I can't focus that way.
No, I wasn't looking at the end of my nose. I said...
Right. Don't do that. Your eyes crossed. You saw two of me. That's too much. When you see two of me, that's just, stop it. You're just getting silly now. I need to get you to bed.
I'm so tired. I don't even can get to sleep in the morning on Thursday.
Can we just finish this last topic and then I'll take you to bed? I promise. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. This was a good
I'm
one.
listening with all my eyeballs.
All your eyeballs. This was a good one. This is from Dewey. I don't know if anybody's ever heard me talk about Dewey before. Dewey. Yeah, Dewey.
Dewey.
He actually has his own podcast called the Peer Pleasure Podcast. I used to do show notes for him. In my eyes, this guy came out of nowhere. Okay? I had never heard of him before, but he gets like crazy famous people on his show constantly. If you like music at all, go listen to his podcast. Like, he's always got insane people on his podcast, and it's the Peer Pleasure Podcast. So I put the post up about topics, and he sends us a cavalcade of questions.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they're good ones.
Really?
Like, it's stuff that we had fun with. So anyways, I thought we'd hit a couple of them. Here's the first one. I'm just going to ask you, and you tell me what you think, okay? So this is from Dewey, the Peer
I
Pleasure
feel
Podcast.
unprepared.
You should be.
I feel like I should have studied.
Because these are weird. You ready? What sport would be the funniest to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to? Your eyes just crossed again.
To add a mandatory amount of alcohol. Say, like, you have to drink so much before you...
So let me rephrase the question.
Okay.
What sport would you like to watch and everybody be drunk?
I feel like ice hockey would be a good answer.
Are you serious? People would be like just on their backs.
Yeah, it would be hilarious.
For like a minute. Could you imagine trying to watch that for like 60 minutes?
Okay, smart guy, what's your answer?
My answer would be that Olympic sport where they throw the pole. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Could you imagine how dangerous that would be?
See, that's not funny. That's dangerous.
Oh my God. Entertainment wise,
Like, you're
that would
talking
be
like
insane.
someone getting impaled.
Yeah. Olympic kebabs is what it would be. Like, spin them around in circles and tell them to throw that big stick, like drunk, just trashed. Like, take somebody that has spent their whole life.
I think you're getting the shot put confused. That's when they spin around and they throw.
Oh, I'm mixing stuff together for sure. I know that you normally don't spin them around. I was just, in my mind, I was like, it would kind of be like that. If you had drunk a whole bunch, you'd be like, you might as well just spin around and try to throw it. So you get them drunk and then tell them to throw this big pointy stick in the air. I think sometimes they don't even go in the right direction.
Or what about pole vaulting?
Oh, that'd be a good one.
You know, where they run and they put the pole in the ground and then have to jump up in the air over the...
Nobody makes it over that stick drunk.
That would be a good one.
And whoever makes it over, automatically gold winner. There you go. Pole vaulting. You agree? I'll agree to that.
Pole vaulting.
There you go,
That's our
Dewey.
final answer.
Pole vaulting. Okay, next question. And these are all from Dewey. What movie would be greatly improved if it was made into a musical? I know my answer.
What's your answer?
The movie Enemy Mine as a musical.
Really anything could have improved that movie because it was so bad.
Oh, God, don't say that. That movie was good. Did you even watch it? You didn't even really watch it.
I couldn't. It was so bad.
I get it. There's a ton of people out there right now that just go... Enemy Mine, what is that? Let me tell you what that is. Enemy Mine was a movie with Dennis Quaid. He was like an astronaut, and God, it's hard to get the storyline straight, but he basically ended up on this planet that wasn't Earth, right?
It's hard to get the storyline straight because it was so weird
You
and
stop
bad.
it. No, it was so good. And he lands on this planet, there's an alien, and this alien's played by Louis Gossett Jr., I think. Is that how you pronounce his name? Louis Gossett Jr.?
I don't know.
Anyways, he's like this alien, right? And they hate each other. And it's just them two. Like, it's just two of those people. And it's this whole movie. They end up becoming really good friends, right? And then finally they like survive together. It's kind of like a, what's that guy's name that was famous for getting lost on the island all those years by himself?
Tom Hanks.
Your time. No.
I'm not wrong.
Oh my God. Okay, so the movie you're talking about is Castaway, and Castaway was based upon the book Or like, I mean, in my opinion, was based upon what I'm talking about. I can't remember what it's called. Wow. So yeah, anyways, it's sort of like that. He's just out there on his own, but he ends up having this friend, right? Now, here's the thing. Spoilers from 1986. You think it's a guy. Like that's what, and it is essentially like it's another dude. Like it's Dennis Quaid and this male alien. But at the end of the movie, the male alien's gonna die, right? But then it lays an egg. Is basically. So you didn't even watch the movie. It lays an egg, and then
I don't plan on it either.
And there's a baby at the end of it, a little alien baby, and Dennis Quaid gets to raise it. Such a good movie, so good. It's a cult classic for sure. It's called Enemy Mine with Dennis Quaid, Louis Gossett Jr. You have to go watch it. Whether you think it's good or bad, it's a story you will never, ever forget. So go check that out. From 1986. Do you want to hear the next question?
Yeah.
If your 5-year-old self suddenly found themselves inhabiting your current body, what was the first thing that your 5-year-old self would do?
God.
I'm thinking scream.
Freak out.
Yeah. I mean, like
why are my boobs?
Why are you grabbing your titties for? What is happening right now?
I'd probably be like, why are my boobs so saggy?
Why would you think that for? Because at 5-year-old, you don't even have boobs.
I don't know.
You would think, what are these things?
I mean, at 5 years old, I knew what boobs were. I might not have had them, but I knew what they were.
Did you know what they were?
Yeah.
Did you? Are you sure?
Reagan is 3, and she knows what boobs are.
I think if my 5-year-old self all of a sudden ended up in the body that I'm in now, they'd be like, why are you so hairy and fat? What happened? There's so much hair and so much fat. I think it's great.
When did I get glasses?
Yeah. I can't see. Why are you blind? Why are we blind? What did you do? I think what's funny is like I asked you that question and the first thing you did was grab your boobs. Like that was like automatic for you. Just like my boobs. They're not as young as they used to be.
Heck no, they're not.
Okay, here's the next one. What is one thing that everybody looks stupid while they're doing?
Pooping. I'm assuming.
Dang. That's a good answer. I'm going to have to agree with that.
I mean, I haven't exactly seen everybody pooping, but I'm going to go with that.
You know, I'm going to say that this might be wrong, but there was a music video out in the early 2000s or maybe the 80s. I want to say it was Eminem, but I could be wrong. But there was like this girl, and you only could see her from like the chest up, and like her hair was blowing, and she was being all seductive. And then the camera kind of like panned out a little bit, and then you noticed she was sitting on the toilet, and instead of being seductive, she was kind of like trying to like to grunt, like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, like, yeah, like knowing that somebody's on a toilet could definitely change your outlook on things.
It also, and I guess this probably goes for not so much everybody, definitely more females.
Yeah.
It's applying mascara.
No, I get, yeah, sure.
Applying lip products at all. People make weird face. Yeah.
Duck face like this.
Because you just don't hold your lips normal while you apply chapstick, lipstick, lip gloss, balm, any of that stuff.
You know, hey, speaking of pooping, I'm going to go back a step. I was pooping today because it's something we all do. I had an idea for an invention, and it's not a good one, but I figure, hey, I should talk about it. I was sitting on the toilet in the half bath downstairs. This is one thing I don't like about our bathroom downstairs, because I take the phone with me. You know what I mean? Like everybody does it. Don't even play. Don't act like you don't. Everybody takes their phone into the bathroom. You look at Facebook. You play Bejeweled. You do some weird thing with your phone while you're pooping. Everybody does it, right? Do you do it?
Of course.
The problem with our half bath downstairs is that when you're done pooping, you don't have anywhere to put your phone. Because
that is correct, Bob.
The only sink we have is like so far away you can't reach it. So it's just,
floor.
it's walls, the door, and the floor. And then I was like, you know what we should have on the wall? Like, sort of like a soap dish.
No, we're not putting a soap dish in the half bath on the wall for you to put your phone in, because you don't hardly ever use that bathroom because you're never here. You have the luxury of pooping upstairs in our own master bath.
Hear me out, because you do poop down there often. And then I was like, if we had the soap dish size thing, we could put one of those little like folding, like trapezoid things, like this Punisher book is sitting on here in the studio.
The stand?
And then you could put your phone on it and like watch Netflix or something while you're pooping.
That's too much.
I didn't follow through with the idea. It was just something I was thinking about while I was using the bathroom. If I come home
and you have installed a soap dish on the wall in the half bath, I'm not even near a sink.
It's just like a soap dish in the middle of the wall for no reason. Okay, we got 2 more questions. And these are all from Dewey, the Pure Pleasure Podcast. What is the weirdest thing you have seen in someone else's home?
Oh, God. I don't know. Nothing crazy comes to mind. I know you've seen some weird stuff back years ago when you used to install satellite service.
Do you remember the story? Because I'm going to talk about it. Because I don't think have I ever talked about it on the show?
I'm not sure.
I'm going to. Yes,
I think most of the people's homes I've gone to are pretty
normal. Not me.
Tame people.
I started my own business installing satellite for Dish Network. Now, when I say I started my own business, I was like a subcontractor. And there were 2 different instances where I was like, this is really weird. One time, I went to a trailer, and it was out in the middle of nowhere. And I go in the trailer, and there's like this big box. Not a box. It was like I couldn't tell what it was. It had a blanket over it. But I heard stuff moving under it. It was big. And then the owner of the house at one point pulls back the blanket, and it was a cheetah.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
In a cage, in a trailer. And I'm just like, and I asked her, I was like, are we okay? Is this fine? Because I don't want to end up. I don't think so. I don't want to be in the news. Like, fat Dish Network installer eaten by cheetah in trailer park. Like, that's not, I don't want that to happen. So that's probably one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in someone else's house.
A cheetah in a cage.
I saw a cheetah in a cage.
That definitely beats anything I could come up with.
I can say that I probably didn't do the right. I never called that in. I probably should have called that in.
That poor cheetah probably went on to lead a horribly miserable life.
Did you say went on to lead a? You and these words, man.
Went on
Fartogo, Delita.
I don't think it's me. I think it's your ears.
Maybe. Probably one of the other weirdest things that ever happened to me in someone else's house was also when I was doing Dish Network as a subcontractor. I went into a house, and this person had like a bunch of those pet carrying cases. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like pet taxis.
Right. And they were stacked up in this like entryway, and they all had cats in them. Like it must have been like 15 or 16 of these things. And I remember going, ugh, and it smelled bad in this house. You know what I mean? The house was.
Were the cats coming or going?
They were in the cages.
I know. Were they being shipped out?
Oh, I don't know.
Or were they being brought in?
I think they were just chilling.
Hopefully they didn't like live there.
No, I'm pretty sure they just lived there.
Oh God!
Like the house stunk, but the house wasn't messy, but it smelled bad because of all the cats. Anyways, one thing that would happen as like an installer is that every now and then you had to use the bathroom. So you would have to ask, you'd be like, hey, do you mind if I use the restroom? Well, I had to pee. And I'm working on the house, and I asked the lady, I was like, hey, do you mind if I use the restroom? And she goes, yeah, no problem. Just make sure you don't flush. And I go, what? What do you mean?
That's not something you hear.
I said, what do you mean I can't flush? And she goes, oh, well, there's no pipes under the house. So when we flush, it all just goes underneath and just hits the ground. And I go, oh, okay. I'm probably good. So then I go back outside. Now, even though I own sort of my business, I still have a guy that has to come around and make sure what I'm doing is legit. So I call him. His name was Marco. And I go, hey, Marco, I'm at a house. And by the way, the house that I'm at, just for context, wasn't an install. It was like their stuff was messed up. And I was there trying to figure out why.
Yeah.
And I go, look, I'm at a house. And apparently when they use the bathroom, it all goes underneath it. And he goes, yeah, everybody's house does. I was like, no. No. When I say underneath it, I mean it just hits the ground and splatters. And he goes, what? And I'm like, exactly.
Why are you calling me about their plumbing? We install satellite service.
So, and this is what I said to him. I said, so I feel pretty confident that I'm going to have to replace all of the cable line. I said, I'm not going underneath that house. So when you come to inspect to make sure I've done a good job, you're going to see a hole in the wall because I'm not going through the floor. And I went and I talked to the lady and I was like, here's the deal. Your cable has to be replaced. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach another piece of cable to it and I'm going to try to pull it through. But in the instance that for some weird reason the cable comes apart underneath the house, I said, I'm not going under there to get it. I said, in that instance, I'm going to drill a hole in the side of your wall. Are you okay with that? And she goes, yeah, what do you have to do? But thank God, when I pulled the cable through, it just came through. Because I was not about to put my fat butt underneath that house where when they take a poop, it just hits the ground.
Just splat.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave that to everybody to decide. What's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in a house? Either a cheetah or the fact that when people use a toilet, it just comes out and splatters on the ground.
But and so those are the same people that had like the 15 cats in the pet taxis.
Yep. Yeah. It was the same people. I think I told you this story too. The same exact house. I had to go out to the dish, in the middle of the yard on the stand. And I'm looking at it. I'm checking the wires. And like her kid comes out and he's like 12 years old. The grass in their yard is like a foot high. And he's just walking circles around me with a machete.
Oh my gosh.
And he doesn't have it on his shoulder. He's just dragging it, like he's walking circles around
something
me.
Out of the Children of the Corn.
And like, I'm trying to work on it. Like I'm like messing with it like this. And I'm just looking at him. Like I'm watching him because I'm like, I'm going to die. Like at any moment, I'm going to hear that. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. And then he hits me in the back of the neck with a machete. And I go down.
At what point were you like, I got to get out of here?
I didn't. I did the job. Not entirely true. When I talked to Marco and told him about the stuff under the house, I was actually getting in my truck and I went down the street to a gas station to pee because I really had to pee. And a lot of people would go, well, why didn't you just pee outside? Because I was in a uniform and people would know, hey, that dude from Dish Network is peeing in the street. We should probably call somebody. But no, I hunkered down and got it done. I got the job done. Yeah. Replaced the cable, put all new fittings on it, hooked up the dish, turned it a little bit, tweaked it, got better signal.
There was also one time you told me you went to this house and they had drug paraphernalia.
No. That wasn't a house. That was when I worked at Domino's.
No, you were installing satellite and they had like the spoon,
Oh, Rusty, my brother was with me with that.
Yeah.
Okay. This wasn't an install. This was, I got a call for like a disturbance. Not a disturbance. That sounds weird. Like her satellite wasn't working. Mm-hmm. Same thing with other. It's like, oh, this person needed to go out. This is how you got paid. I'm going to be forthcoming to everybody. If you go, what I did, if I went and did an install with one room, I got $80, right? And for every additional room, I got another $40. So if you went to a house and you got a 4-room install, that's a lot of money. Like, oh, $80 plus another, $60? No, I'm sorry. 40, and 40. What is that? 120? Mm-hmm. So like $200. But then you'd get these calls for like, just go fix something. And it's like $40. Well, I went to this house because her satellite wasn't working. I go into the bedroom where the TV's not working, and there is a bent spoon that is burnt. You looked at it and you go, oh, obviously they're doing heroin or meth or something. Like the drugs, the spoon, everything. Why would you not put this away?
Like, I don't know. I don't have no bent spoons on my nightstand.
So, the funny thing is, what was wrong with her satellite?
What?
It had to be on channel 3 on her TV, and she had on channel 4.
I'm sure it has nothing to do with the spoon.
Yeah. Now, I got paid $40 to change her TV from channel 4 to channel 3. But, yeah, she just had her drugs right now. Now, the Domino's thing, I think that's a way better story. This is what happened. I was an assistant manager with Domino's Pizza, and every now and then we'd have like somebody call in, and I would go, I'll deliver pizzas. And this was downtown Wilmington. I was working on the corner of 16th and Market. And we get this delivery to a motel. I was like, well, I'll take it, sure. I go and knock on the door. This big black guy opens the door. And I was like, hey, your total's like, I think it was like $13.27 or something like that. And he looks at me and he goes, I'm going to need that change back. So I'm already mad, right? Because like you work off of tips. Mm-hmm. And he is not trying to give me a tip. Well, I look down, and right beside the door, there's like this little table inside of the hotel room, and it's got a mirror on it, and a straw, and like what looks like cocaine residuals, like little white powder on it. And he sees me look at it. So he grabs the pizzas real fast and sits it down on top of it. And he's like, I'm going to need that change. It's like, okay. So I get the money out, and I'm trying to count it. And then right then, the bathroom door inside the hotel opens, and this like half naked white girl comes out. And she's like super thin, sickly looking, and she's got blood coming out of her nose.
Oh, God.
And she goes, oh, is that the pizza? And I look at her, and then I look at him, and he looks at me, and he just goes, keep the change, and slams the door. So like I go from like getting no tip to getting like a $7 tip. It was awesome. That's not what we were talking about?
Oh, no. I had forgotten all about that.
Yeah, so there you go. That's probably... there are 3 instances then of weird things that I've seen in other people's like areas where they're staying.
And that definitely beats any... the people's houses I visit are apparently boring. There's no exotic animals, no drug paraphernalia, nothing like that.
All right, here you go. What would be the worst buy one, get one free sale of all time?
The worst buy one, get one free sale.
Yeah. Maybe like if you were adopting a kid.
Well, I think like, there may be people that disagree. Like, people that actually love children.
I want to get I'm here to get a baby. Well, okay. You know what? You're approved, but here's another one. You're gonna take 2 of them. Look, as a father of twins, don't ever take 2 babies. Just do it one at a time. Twins is like having 2 of them at the same time is a little difficult.
Yeah, but we love them.
Yeah. So what do you got? Worst sale of all time. That's buy one to give one free.
God, like gonorrhea. I don't know.
Who sells gonorrhea?
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Like, when's the last time you went downtown and there's like to like a festival and there's like, oh, this person sells art. This person sells like rabbit feet. Oh, look, there's the gonorrhea salesman. Oh, and he's running a special. If you get one gonorrhea, you get one free.
It would be the worst one ever.
Hey, look, there's gonorrhea for you and gonorrhea for you.
Gonorrhea for everybody.
Everybody gets gonorrhea.
That or patchouli oil.
What?
Patchouli oil?
What is that?
It stinks. I think it stinks. There's some people that really like it.
What does it do? What is it? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a oil.
For what? It's like for your car, for your face? Like, I don't know what's happening right now.
Like a scented oil.
Oh, kind of like them sticks that you burn?
Like incense?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not incense, but it's like a hippie smell. And I think it's like one of the most awful smells ever.
So what you're saying is the worst buy one, get one free of all time?
I hate it so much.
It's smelling like a hippie. Whatever it is that makes you smell like a hippie, that's the worst buy one, get one free that I could ever think of. Okay, last question. You ready? Very last one.
Colonoscopies. Buy one, get one free.
There you go. I love it. I'll agree with it. Colonoscopies, buy one, get one free. I'm going to get a colonoscopy. Do you want to go with me? Because I heard if I get one today, that I get one free. I'll go ahead and let you get it.
2 for 1.
We'll go in and get our butts cleaned out together. Okay, last question. And once again, this is from Dewey from the Peer Pleasure Podcast. You ready? Here we go.
I'm ready.
Hot dogs. Is that a sandwich or not?
I mean, yeah.
What? It's not a sandwich. It's a hot dog.
But I mean, it's in bread.
No, that doesn't make it a sandwich.
I mean, what is the definition of a sandwich, though?
What are those things you get from pizza places where the dough is folded over and there's stuff on the inside?
A calzone?
Is that a pizza?
Stromboli?
Is that a pizza? No, it's a calzone. Or is it a sandwich? No. So how is a hot dog a sandwich? A hot dog is a hot dog.
It's meat in bread.
But that calzone is meat in bread. Does that make it a sandwich?
No, it's not in bread. It's in crust.
It's in a dough, which is a bread. A hot dog bun is basically the same thing.
But a bun is bread. A bun is not crust.
Pizza crust is bread.
No, it's crust. It's a different
pizza dough. It's the same thing.
You're not going to tell me that pizza crust, and bread are the same consistency. They're not the same thing. It's different.
So what you're saying is a calzone is the same thing as a pizza?
No. That's not the question.
But if you go to a pizza place and you're like, I want a calzone, they take pizza dough and fold it in half and make a calzone.
But that's irrelevant. That's not the question.
I'm just saying a sandwich. If I look at you and I go, would you like a sandwich? And you say yes. You still have to tell me what kind of sandwich you want.
Yeah.
There's a tuna sandwich. There's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. There is a ham and cheese sandwich. There's a turkey sandwich. There's a club. There's all kinds of stuff. But if I look at you and go, you want a hot dog? You know exactly what you're getting, except for the fact that you might change the ketchup, mustard, and onions part. It's not a sandwich. It's a hot dog.
But I mean, at its very core...
No.
It's the same.
No.
It's the same concept.
Is a hamburger the same thing as a sandwich?
Yeah.
No, it's a hamburger. It comes on a hamburger bun. When's the last time you went downstairs, got a hamburger, and put on a slice of bread? It happens. People do it.
Yes. People put hot dogs on bread too.
They call that a melt, don't they? If you go to a restaurant.
I call that growing up poor.
You're right. You're right. That is growing up poor. Find your laugh.
Find your happy.
This has been a Cabcast Studios production. For more episodes and information, visit cabcaststudios.com.